Are you ready to lose subscribers?
Oh, God. Yes.
All right.
Oh, God, yes.
So our moderators in the live chat, we love you very much.
We are sorry for what is about to happen.
One of our favorite Christian callers is calling back, Kathy in Pennsylvania. Kathy, you're live with Eric and V. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Howard. This is my beloved daughter's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
She lives in Austin.
Oh, nice.
Wait, did you try to set Eric up with her at one point, or is that somebody else?
I would love Eric. Yes, I would like to.
I remember that.
I forgot.
Sorry, that may have been inappropriate, but it tickled me. What can we help you with today, Kathy?
Well, it's called to talk about the recent shameful insurrection at the Capitol, and more to the point that the people there who were wearing Camp Auschwitz T-shirts and so on, and other, neo-Nazi symbols and so on and so forth. Now, the point is they claim, I'm not using the no true Scotsman argument once again, that their claim is that they are Christians, and they were called to do this by Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, and hence, it was a call from God.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's funny is what I've been doing personally. What I was going to say is I actually, in my personal life, the work that I've been doing has been with my roommate, Holy Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I'm going to let Eric take this one.
This.
Eric has been diving deep into this.
I have been so deep into this for months that I watched this play out across Christian YouTube channels and Christian news networks. The Victory Channel, Kenneth Copeland Ministries, people who consider themselves prophets, like Hank Kunneman and oh my goodness, Kat Kerr and the It's Supernatural guy, and just tons and tons and tons of these people who make their money, live their lives as pastors, ministers, call themselves prophets, some of them, who all espouse that they are Christians. And it's not just Christians, though, because I think it's a very select subgroup of them. I think we're talking specifically about Christian nationalists. And I am happy to tell you, if you haven't looked it up, if you go for Christians Against ChristianNationalism.com, I think is a good website. Mm-hmm. Hell, even Christianity Today did a whole article on Christian nationalism.
Yeah.
There's so much behind that. And really the idea is that that God is supposed to, you're supposed to make a theocracy, essentially. You're supposed to mandate your religion upon other people.
Theocracy, though, I don't mean to interrupt, Eric, I apologize.
Oh, go ahead.
Who is, there's so many denominations. I mean, and, I happen to have been raised as an Episcopalian, but, I mean, there's Catholics, so there's Catholics, there's Methodists, there's, Presbyterians, and so on and so forth. So who would be in charge of this theocracy?
Well, so that's funny. I mean, Sid Roth, Andrew Moore in the live chat. Thank you, Sid Roth. I mean, as far as the Capitol is concerned, they would say Trump would be it. That would be the person in charge.
Yeah.
But ultimately,
somebody who's not religious, but Joe Biden, who, I mean, I can talk politics. I guess maybe you guys can't, but who happens to be
we cannot endorse political candidates running for office,
right?
And we're not doing that. The shameful, traitorous, bigoted, horrendous acts at the Capitol, which, by the way, I'll say it again, were bigoted, shameful, horrendous, treasonous stuff.
Seditious
is largely motivated by Christian
Wild.
nationalism. You can see it all over the place. It's on all kinds of things. And really, I think that we shouldn't be just looking for a church that is leading this. No, we need to hit this at the idea. And the idea that you need to mandate your religion, and that religion needs to be the government, is Sharia. Right? Sharia law is the exact same freaking thing.
I agree with you. It is basically Sharia. Yes, it is. And also, the idea, I see this as going back to the era of, I wasn't born yet, I wasn't born in the 50s, McCarthyism, in a sense that they are accusing people who are Democrats, or, I'm tired of this term right and left, as it's used to, demonize people, of being secret, socialism, communism. I've spoken to people up here, and I don't think they really know what they're talking about. I've spoken to people who have lived in communist countries and have actually defected to America.
Yeah. So, Kathy, my thinking here is, I'm going to use another analogy because sometimes that's the best way to get a point across. I am white. In case you couldn't tell from looking at the screen that is basically being blown out by how fucking pale I am. I'm a white person. The people who stormed the Capitol are white nationalists, right? A lot of them are. They're racist, they're bigots, and they are endorsing many, white ethno-state Nazi propaganda. I can't say, well, they're not white. Right? I can't say, well, I am so unlike them that we don't share anything. I need to take advantage of the fact that we share this thing to stand up and say, hey, we need to be better than that as white people. And I, as a white person, am denouncing that form of whiteness, right? And so I think there's a very similar comparison here with being Christian, right? It's not that all Christians are like that, but if you say, oh, they're not even Christian, so I don't even need to deal with it, then you're robbing a larger community of your very valuable voice, because it holds weight when one Christian says to another, you're doing this wrong, you're harming people, here's why. Right? And so I think I understand the desire to completely just separate yourself from it and say, this isn't me, this is so unlike me, I don't want anything to do with this. But that absolves you of some responsibility that could really help people.
Yeah, I just want to clarify that.
I was never a Trump supporter, by the way. I would never, I've always found him obnoxious.
I just want to clearly clarify that while a lot of white nationalists were there and while many, many white nationalists took part,
it wasn't entirely.
They weren't all white.
Right. Just like they probably weren't all Christian, but there's a lot of that.
The Christian nationalism is a pretty strong through line. I mean, Ali Alexander, the person who organized that entire thing, is black. Mm-hmm. And definitely a lot of the right-wing kind of news on sites made sure that they stuck a camera in front of every single person who was not white on the way. While that is absolutely true, though, we do need to stand against, and we do need to stand unified against, that blatant racism. Absolutely. I think your larger point is it still holds. Mm-hmm. It absolutely holds. Christians should be holding those people accountable, because that nationalism is an infection that we can't, on our end, we can't stamp it out. But you can.
Yeah.
Let's make these conversations a whole lot less Nazi-y. And
always a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for, you can't really, these people who are Trump lovers and stuff, they don't want to hear your point of view. They're not interested. Like a cult.
There are a good number who are working their way out. And I saw in the live chat someone said earlier, you cannot be a Republican and an atheist, and that is absolutely not true.
Yeah, no.
While
we know many.
Yeah, and the thing is, you don't need to be a Democrat to make sure to join us And you don't even have to be an atheist to join us
Yeah.
in stamping out Christian nationalism and that kind of nationalistic fervor that leads to fascism. You know, we can work together on that because that can be a shared goal that we have. We don't want to live in that world.
No, and I don't think that. I think that. Well, I believe in God. I don't know that I would accept the Bible as being, you know, the inerrant word of God. So I don't know where. I don't think that God is. It's hard. Not the God that they are referring to would be, you know, have the. It's more anthropomorphic, you know, the way they see it, in my opinion.
You know, there are so many people. It's something that we love talking about so much that we have a show and we ask them to call in because those are the conversations we love to have. But Kathy, the fact that you called in and wanted to say, hey, that you join us in this push and this fight against this nationalistic, fascistic, push in the nation. We stand right there with you.
100 years, Hitler, if they would watch it, if they had any sense, they would go to the library or, you know, watch a movie, you know, watch how Hitler came to power.
But you don't see it. You don't see it while you're in it. You don't see it while you're in it. You know.
You know who had a really good video about this, by the way? Jesse Gender just put out a very, very beautiful video about how to de-escalate a single person from this kind of cult mentality. And that's kind of what I want to leave you with, Kathy. It sounds like you might be struggling with, well, what do I do? There's so much, there's no use even like reaching out because they're so far gone. And we certainly would not pit you against all of QAnon, right? That's impossible. But if there is one person who can trust you because you also believe in the Bible,
What is that?
there's one person. Here's the thing. I can tell my mom, who is a Trump supporter, that she is wrong. But because I'm an atheist and because I disagree with her on other things, she won't listen to me. She thinks that, you know, we just have too many differences of opinion, so she doesn't take that to heart as much. Now, if one of my siblings, who is Christian, were to tell my mom, you know what, Mom, here are some things that are problematic or concerning, she would be more likely to listen to that person because they are Christian. So this is where you come in, right? This is where you can do some really good work that other people can't. If you can bond on that and say, we're both Christians, we both believe in God, we both believe the Bible, even if we interpret it differently, here is what I think. You have a better chance of making a difference in a single person.
Well, I lost her, but keep going because that's important.
Yeah, I just wanted to pitch Jesse Gender real quick for a minute there.
Go for it.
Because, of course, they use Star Trek Voyager as an example of how to, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to pitch their channel.
So.
Yeah.
Can I help you? Oh, so sorry, we had a little bit of a technical issue, and we're getting that fixed right now. In the meantime, actually, I worked on another video as well with my roommate, Holy Kool-Aid. I know I shout him out a lot, but that's because I'm working with him a lot. And we just put out a video. He just put out a video called "Who Really Stormed the Capitol."
Nice.
And it was pretty damn good. I really liked it.
Yeah, go check that out too.
Yeah, it got shadow banned on YouTube, by the way.
It is being talked about. Right? We are having these conversations. It's so important. But I think that the point here is that everyone is going to be able to touch one person. And that's all we can ask, right? Yeah. The person who watches Holy Kool-Aid's video that you put together is going to be impacted in a way that somebody else isn't. Yep. The person who watches Jesse's video, the person who watches mine, like whatever form it takes, like we need to keep talking about this. And I love that Kathy called in.
Me too.